What is it? Let's see, get this thing going in follow mode. Nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. Where's all my people at? So I cannot get motivated. Like I, I keep working on my my video, but
I keep working on.
wait, turn this down. Keep working on my video, but like I'm doing all the elements and everything to create this video, but like I just can't find the motivation to like record the speaking part of the video. So I thought, well, since I'm sitting there procrastinating, maybe if I like get on, do a live stream, start talking to the camera, that maybe it'll you know get the juices flowing to start recording. And oh, I should hit. Wait, what's going on here? Why is this? Do do some likes for myself. There we go. Get this thing started. I wonder if anybody's going to be up and around about this time. Like I don't normally know like when's the best time to do a live stream. I just kind of wing it pretty much whenever I feel like it. If you know you guys are there for it, awesome. if you're if if you're doing something better than talking to me, I completely understand. I mean, I just like I said, I've been trying to find motivation to film my footage for my live stream, and just haven't had the want to. Alice, hey, with two Y's. Give me that extra Y in your hey, Alice. I appreciate it. Like, I don't know if YouTube, you know, uh, puts into the algorithm like extra characters when you put a comment, but I appreciate the extra effort. How are you, sir? Alice says, "How are you, sir?" Alice, I am awesome. Um, like I said, I've been working on my next video today, and mostly just focused on like all the different elements that go into making a video, like the music, sounds, graphics. But as far as actually talking to the camera to record, you know, the main content of the video, I just can't find, that oomph that, want to do it. So I thought I would come on and go live and, you know, uh, just get in the flow of talking to the camera, and, maybe that will give me the push I needed. I needed an extra Y, Alice. That's what I needed. I needed an extra Y to give me the push. If someone asks, "Hey Ray, why are you not recording your video?" I'll say, "Because Alice hasn't got me an extra Y yet. That's why." uh, let's see. And I'm showing some people up in here. I don't know if I should play some music, do a dance. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys out there know how hard it actually is to have a conversation with your phone. I mean, I know you're out there, Alice. I appreciate you being there. I can at least pretend like I'm talking to you since you're the only one that's responded. But it gives me motivation. Uh, knowing there's someone out there that I'm talking to instead of just talking to the green dot on my phone. How are you, Alice? I completely apologize. I'm sitting here rambling on, and like that's very rude of me. So, Alice, if you're still there, how are you doing tonight? Today? I don't know. Where are you from, Alice? Are you from Philippines, U.S., some other part of the world? Talk to me. What do you got going on? Wait, what's going on? Okay, Albert Albert Marie says Philippines. Is that telling me where Alice is from or where you're from, Albert? Uh, I'm also in the Philippines. I'm in Tagaytay. Uh, so since you're in the Philippines, magandang gabi. Gabi? Is that right? Gabi. Magandang gabi. And oh, you're from the Philippines. Okay, so Albert is from the Philippines. And what do you got going on tonight? How was your day? How was your day today, Albert? Did you do anything exciting or, you know, just winding down? Shout out New Zealand. And what's his name? Mark. Mark, my bro. Is it Mark? Let me look. No, wait, no. NSK Bank. I had to put on my glasses. NSK. What is the NSK for? But yeah, no, I'll definitely shout out New Zealand. I was saying the other day to someone, like New Zealand is at the very top of my bucket list of where I want to go. And the reason why is don't judge my manhood, but I kind of got a thing for penguins. Like I've always wanted to see penguins in the wild. They're just cute and they just like they make me happy. Penguins make me happy. And so, I've researched everywhere around the world where it's possible to see penguins in the wild. And there's like, South America, like Brazil area, and there's South Africa has got penguins at times. And of course, the South Pole, you know, Antarctica, but like I ain't trying to be that cold. And then New Zealand. I mean, there's the Galapagos Islands, but unless you're like part of, you know, National Geographic film crew or something, you're not going to the Galapagos Islands. So, so when I saw New Zealand, I'm like, hey, New Zealand, they speak English. It's a beautiful country. I mean, I know everybody says like it's not like it's the only thing about New Zealand, but it's like they filmed The Lord of the Rings, and you know, it's not just because of that movie, but because in that movie where they showed, you know, the landscape of the New Zealand and how amazing it is, like that just pushed me over the edge. Like, yeah, I want to go to New Zealand and see penguins. So let's see what's going on. Did NSK ever tell me where he's from? All right. XC Unknown says hi. Hey, how's it going? Albert, right. Please shout out me too. Yeah, Albert, I shouted you out, brother. Albert from the Philippines. What part of the Philippines you from, Albert? Let's get specific here. Uh, Nomad said hi from Philippines, also from the Philippines. What part you from? I'm also from Tagaytay in the Philippines. Albert says India. Okay, wait. Okay, earlier Albert, you said you're from the Philippines. Now you said I'm from. Oh, but you're in India. You're work. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're an OFW. You're a OFW from the Philippines that's working in India. Is that how it's working here, Albert? NSK says, "Hell yeah, a lot of penguins." All right, that's awesome. And what part? What part of New Zealand? Not that I know like every part of New Zealand, but like just shout out where you're from, NSK, and maybe give me a name other than NSK to call you. That just seems impersonal. I'm all about personality here. We got Nomad Cipher is from Batangas. So you're just province of Batangas. You're just a little bit south of me here in Tagaytay. Of course, Tagaytay is in the province of Cavite, and I don't have. Why am I explaining to you where Tagaytay is? If you're from Batangas, I'm sure you know where Tagaytay is. I mean, I go. Put this thing back on follow mode. I go through the port of Batangas. I had a girlfriend that lived was from Oriental Mindoro, and we would take the ferry from the port of Batangas to Calapan, and then down the Oriental side of Mindoro from there down kind of near the south. And and while you guys are in here, about popping that like button, and man, you can subscribe if you want. It won't hurt my feelings, and help me out. And like if I put out videos that you have no interest in, you ain't got to watch them. It'll be okay. But hitting that subscribe button would sure help me out. Uh, I'm trying to get up there and be seen by more people, and you know that'll help YouTube know that I'm doing something okay, so that they'll push my videos out, and the people that need to see, or not need to see, but that would most benefit from my videos will be able to see them. So if you guys can subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get some more people in here. Let's make this a party. Let's make this a party and get some more people in here to talk to. Nomad, I've subscribed, sir. Where are you from? Nomad, have you not been listening to me? uh, I just went on the whole spiel that I'm. Well, oh, where am I from? Okay, my bad. I was sitting there talking about you because I already said I lived in Tagaytay, but I'm not from Tagaytay. That's where you're getting at. I understand now, Nomad. I'm from Louisiana. That's the symbol for the New Orleans Saints, is the football team that I follow. I'm diehard New Orleans Saints football fan. So I am from Louisiana. Uh, Not necessarily a Cajun. That's a whole different ethnic group. Um, but I'm from Louisiana. I eat crawfish and alligator. It's delicious. If you've never tried, if you ever get a chance, Nomad, to have crawfish and alligator, you need to take that. It's good stuff. Nomad said, "That's okay, sir. Thank you." Yeah, no, I was just having fun with you, but uh, yeah, no, and it's I really like to cook, like, and and in Louisiana, we have a different kind of a different way of cooking, different way of, you know, seasoning things, putting the spice to it. And there's some things over here you just can't get that is kind of crucial in how I cook. And so that's been challenging. Um, so what, if you don't mind me asking, Nomad, what's your name uh, other than Nomad? Like, I just feel, I always feel, I know it's just me, but I always feel weird, talking to somebody and using a name. Kitty Era is here, but didn't say anything. And Nomad said you can call me Chris. All right, Chris. That is a name I can remember. There's a lot of famous Chris's. There's Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, Chris Chris Evans, uh, Christopher Reeves, Crisscross. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. That's old school. You don't. I know you're too young to know anything about that, Chris. You don't know nothing about Crisscross back in the day. That was like what 80 or no, it might have been early 90s. Crisscross from they were from the Atlanta hip hop scene. Showing my age. VG Vanilla Gorilla says, "Hey everybody, what's going on, VG?" And I've been making everybody else do it. If it's cool, it's like let me know your name and I'll remember it. So because if you don't want to, that's cool. But if you give me your name, then I'll call you that because sometimes for me it's kind of weird calling people by their screen name because I'm a more personal kind of guy. I'm here getting to know you guys, and if I'm gonna get to know you, might as well know your name, right? So what is it? May I know your name, sir? Yeah, it was. It should have been on the live chat. It says Ray Moore is live. I'm Ray Moore. That's me, Ray. You can call me Ray. You can call me Ray Ray. Call me whatever you want. To an extent, as according to YouTube's vulgarity policy, anything that doesn't affect that, yeah, you can call me that. All right, VG is Martin. All right, Martin. So, where you? I don't know if I got it before. Where you're from, Martin? Chris says, "Okay, so Ray, nice to meet you." It's nice to meet you too, Chris. What do you? While I'm waiting for, wait, hold on. While I'm waiting for Martin to tell me where he's from, Chris, then you can tell me what are you doing in Batangas? Like, what do you? All right, Martin says he's from Florida, but living in Guam now. That's right. You did tell me you were from Guam. I remember that now. You know, bad, bad Ray for forgetting. Like I said, I'm here, trying to get to know you guys, and so I shouldn't be forgetting, when someone tells me where they're from. Um, let's see. Well, I lost my. But what part of Florida are you from, and what brought you to Guam? Are you military over there at the base in Guam? I was Navy, um, and I'm not going to talk bad about Florida, even though I could. well, not it's not bad. It's just a joke I always tell because I always tell like you know how you know really I haven't really seen them in a while, but you used to be able to see reports like in Florida somewhere near like the Everglades, there'd be a subdivision, and like an alligator would show up in someone's pool or eat their poodle, you know, or something like that, and I always used to joke. I was like, you notice you never hear that kind of stuff in Louisiana because, you know, we eat them. If alligator came in our yard, then they, you know, they just invited themselves to be supper. And so then the other alligators are, you know, out there in the bayou and saying, hey, what happened to Fred? He said, I don't know. He went over that way and he didn't come back. We better not go over that way. That's why you never hear about alligators showing up in people's yard in Louisiana. Okay. Chris said, I'm with my parents helping them in our mini sorry sorry store in the morning. Oh, that's awesome that you're helping them out, Chris. Uh, Martin says from Port Orange, Marine Corps. Okay. 2005, worked for DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Is that what DHS? Okay. So yeah, all right. So you were so I know you're gonna get mad at me. So you were in the Navy too, right? I always I always joke with my Marine buddies say it's like I was in the Marines. I was like, oh okay, you were in the Navy too, and they're like, no, I wasn't in the Navy. I was in the Marines. I was like, yeah, but what did your paycheck said? Paycheck says Department of the Navy. If you whoever you get paid by, that's who you work for. I'm just messing with you. Messing with you, Martin. Don't don't oh Martin says, yep. Yeah, so he gets it. He knows it's all in fun. I always say like, all of the US service members, like we're all like brothers. And you know how brothers are. They make fun of each other and they fight between each other. But man, if if you pick a fight with one of my brothers, like, it gets serious. Like, you know, when it matters, whether you're Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, like we're gonna have each other's backs. We're gonna pull together and do what needs to be done. Marty says, "Don't bother me at all." Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're used to it. If you were in the Marines for that long, you were around Navy guys, and you know that, you know, Navy guys and Marine guys are always, messing with each other. It's like that. Let's see, who's in here? Where are we at with? Where are we at, people? I'm happy to be in Department of the Navy. Yeah, I mean it. Like I said, it's a joke, and I you know, like I said, we're all in it together. The men's department. uh, the that's for those of y'all that didn't get it. You know, uh, the Martin is saying that yeah, Marines are in the Department of the Navy, but just like a department store, and the Marines are the men's department of the Department of the Navy. So I see you, Martin. You ain't pulling nothing slick, slick on me. Uh, Simply Cherry's here, and Cherry is it actually Cherry? Is your name actually Cherry, or I'll call you Cherry? All right, Cherry. So you said hello, Ray. Nice to join your chat. It's good to have you here, girl. I don't know where I had another girl here that she was like the first one said anything. She said hey with two Y's and then left. So I don't know what happened. Uh, Robert says from Banyuwangi, guess what country? One hint, nasi goreng. Well, I mean it sounds like Philippines, uh, but I don't know where that is in the Philippines. Uh, Cherry, sorry, it's Ray. Well, what did you call me, Cherry? Oh, Ray. Well, you called me Ray with an E. That's okay. As I was telling people when they came in, it's like you call me Ray, you can call me Ray Ray. So you called me Ray. You misspelled it, but it's okay. I probably didn't have my glasses on when I was reading it, so I didn't even notice to begin with. Cherry saying hello to everybody. Everybody say hello to Cherry. Don't be rude. There's a bunch of men in here. I know, you know, you should say hi to the girl when she comes in the room. Martin says, can't leave yourself exposed like that. Yeah, I know. I left myself open for it. I mean, I knew it. I should have known it was coming. That's how, Navy Marines do. Honda, what's going on, Honda? Hello, everyone. Hello, Honda. And Hondo. I'm sorry. I'm like Cherry. I'm just adding letters in there. It ain't supposed to be there. It doesn't matter. We all just gonna have a good time. Yes, just Cherry. Just Cherry. Naomi. Hey, Naomi. What are you doing? What are you doing tonight? Or no? I don't know. What time is it in India? Okay, Robert says Indonesia across the road from Bali. Okay. Indonesia is definitely on my list. Like, I uh, I don't like first. Like, I want to travel to like quite a few different places within the Philippines first. Kind of, absorb, my chosen home, and from there, I want to go to, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia. I definitely want to at some point get over to Australia and New Zealand. Definitely New Zealand because I'm a sucker for penguins. I already said that earlier. If y'all weren't here, I like penguins. I like turtles. Oh no, not really. I like penguins. Cherry says hi to Martin. Martin says hi to Cherry. Naomi says it's 5 p.m. here. Just got home from university. LOL. All right, Naomi, what you studying? What are you gonna do with yourself, girl? Okay. Cherry said Bali is a nice place as I see it and all the videos. Yeah, no, Bali is looks amazing, and I definitely want to see that, and also some of the like I like to see some of the less traveled places in countries, um, and not just to be different. I mean, there's a lot of places in countries that are less traveled because you just shouldn't go there, and you got to be mindful of that. It's like there's a reason why no one travels in those areas because there's either nothing to see there or whatever reason. But so it's not always the best to take the road less traveled. Sometimes, you should take the proven path. What's good. Uh, 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 let's see. Terry Motley says, "Why?" Only thing I can say to that, Terry, is why not? Why not, Terry? I want you to tell me, stick around, tell me why not, and hit the like button. That'll help. Let's see. Mercy says, "Are you a YouTube notification? Because I get excited every time I see you pop up." Me? Hold on. Let me look at that again. Mercy, 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 mercy. Are you in YouTube notification? Because I get excited every time I see you pop up. You talking about me, Mercy? Chris says, "Do you have social media I can follow too?" Yeah, Chris. Or anybody on here? Like, send a friend request to my Facebook. It's going to be the same as my channel. So, you know, go on Facebook, look up Ray in the Philippines, all one, just Ray in the Philippines, and you should. It'd probably be like the symbol, like the same symbol that's on my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that too, and helps me out. And like I said, if I put out a video that just not interesting, if you just want to come hang out in live streams, that's cool too. But still, subscribe to my channel. Don't watch the videos if it's not your thing, and come and chit chat with me so we can get to know each other on the live stream. Okay. Robert says, "Behold, I'm where is there's a question mark. So is the question, am I in Behold? Because I'm in Tagaytay, which is, about an hour and a half south of Manila, 2,000 feet elevation on a mountain. Hondo, chat's a little busy tonight. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, I mean it's good for me, and not just because I'm getting likes and all that, but like I genuinely like meeting new people and hanging out with people, learning about them. It's fun for me. Mercy says nothing. Terry, I'm 63 and I live in Maine. Maine is Honda wants to know, where is Maine? Okay, uh, Maine is one of the very few U.S. states that I never went to. Always wanted to, even more so than the others. Like I haven't been to Alaska, I haven't been to Hawaii, and honestly, I would rather go to Maine than either one of those two. And uh, like I've seen pictures, beautiful country, and uh, I was a big Stephen King fan when I was a kid. Well, I mean, still am, but and I know Stephen King writes about a lot of fictional towns in Maine, but he throws in some other tidbits, and enough where uh, it made me interested in Maine. And I've you know looked at different stuff about Maine just because of that. Always wanted to go, never had the chance. Uh, Cherry said, "Behold is a nice place. Many tourist spots there. I leave 5 years before." Okay, so that's what the Behold question. Cherry was maybe asking about Behold. I don't know, but yeah, Behold is on my list of places to go. I want to see the Chocolate Hills, and uh, you know, just I've watched videos about it. I want to see it. Terry said, "My friend lived by Dracula's castle. Why not? Kittery, Maine. Kittery. That sounds familiar." And uh, so Dracula's castle. You're talking about where what was his name? Vlad the Impaler. He was. Was that Romania? No, not Romania. Uh, it was in. Mine just went blank. Uh, was it in Romania? Vlad the Impaler. All right. Well, someone that's not trying to carry on multiple conversations, remind me where like the real Dracula's castle was, because it's not like Transylvania. It's somewhere where Vlad the Impaler lived. Robert said, "You like less traveled. I am here with a duck, 3 chickens, a goat in the internet. Well, maybe I'll come visit you, Robert, and pet your goat. As long as you have internet and and a electric fan and electricity, stable electricity. You got to have a generator or something. If you're in the Philippines, you're living that rural life, that province life. Like I applaud you, but you know I picked a guy tie for a reason. I can't deal with being hot, so I need some kind of fan situation. Terry, I'm from Ellsworth. Okay. Hondo is from Ellsworth. I'm assuming Maine. Terry said he was born in Fresno. That's in California for my Filipino viewers that are following along. Fresno is in California, and the other places they're talking about is in Maine, which someone asked where Maine was. Like, if you know how the U.S. looks and it's got like a part that comes, that's the furthest up, if you're looking at it like straight down on a map, then on your right side, there will be a part of the U.S. that goes up like above the border of Canada, where Canada is, and that part is Maine. Hope I explained that well enough with my lack of visual aids. Mini Jim says, I love big women. Man, I love it for you, big. What is it? Mini Jim. Love it for you, Mini Jim. Like what I always say, whatever makes people happy makes me happy. Not the same thing, but the fact that they're happy, the fact that you're happy, Mini Jim, makes me happy. So you just love up on all those big women that you want to. I am on your side. Uh, Martin says, I'll hang out until you start dancing or some crap. What's wrong, Martin? You don't want to see some dancing? I got moves. Martin. Nah, I'll keep it seated most of the part. I don't know. We might walk out the. Well, I don't know if you see too much out the window. It's nighttime. I'm gonna say I might take y'all for a view out the window. Fresno is by Yosemite Park. Kittery is oldest town in USA. Okay, good to know. Is it like the oldest surviving town? You know, because there was, you know, Plymouth and because I think that there was probably, you know, towns before Kittery, or maybe Kittery, because Kittery might have been founded by, you know, like the French and you know, before. Anyway, I'll take your word for it. Kittery's oldest town in USA. I know that now. I take your word for it. Not gonna argue. Robert said, "Wow, I subscribed. That's a first." I appreciate you, Robert. I am not gonna make a joke about you popping your cherry. Like, but I appreciate, you know, all seriousness, I appreciate the subscription. And, you know, I tell people, like, it doesn't hurt to subscribe. Like, I'm a nice guy. You can subscribe. And, you know, if you don't actually like my videos and, you know, don't feel like watching them, just because you're subscribed, like I'm not going to get offended. I mean, you like what you like. And like I just said, I just want people to be happy. If making my or watching my videos don't bring you any kind of entertainment value or informational value or anything, then yeah, don't watch them. But I do hope you keep stopping by at least for the live stream, because I like to get to know you guys. Terry said, yes, I think it's by Italian border. Okay, there's like another conversation going on that I'm kind of losing. I don't know what's by. The okay, now I remember the castle. Uh, Count Dracula is Vlad the Impaler's castle, like the real Count Dracula, what Count Dracula was based on. Uh, the near the yeah, I thought it was Romania, and I actually lived in Italy for a couple years. Not only was I in the Navy, but my dad was career Navy, and so as a kid, like we moved around everywhere, lots of places. And when I was like 12 and 13, before I turned 14, we lived in a town called Gaeta, which is on the Mediterranean coast, about halfway between Rome and Naples on the coast. And of course, being that age, 12, 13, that's that time in your life where you don't really appreciate anything. And I am gonna hold on. Let's come over here, you guys. Let's shut that, because that wind is starting to blow, and I can hear that door rattling. I know that's gotta be annoying, hearing that door rattle. But yeah, I was a kid. I didn't really appreciate what I was experiencing at the time. But looking back, it was an amazing experience to travel around Italy and see everything that I saw. Robert said, "You should be a radio talk show host." Robert, it's funny you say that. Before I washed out of college, and that's a whole nother story. We're not going to tell the story, but anyway, I was, just like any kid coming out of high school, I was not ready for college, but I was actually the degree I was working towards was journalism, and I was actually a radio host for the college radio station, and is late at night, and it was I was my DJ name was the Squirrel, and I would get on when I come on late at night and say, let's see, what was it? It's mighty early. I'm feeling squirrely. I need a girly at Kate. Wait, 98. Wait, hold on. I got to remember that was a long time ago to remember what the station was. Not 96 point, no, 90, 98.6. That's what it was. I think it was 98.6. So it was, it's mighty, it's mighty early. I'm feeling squirrely. I need a girly at 96. No, it wasn't. 96.8 KNWD, the Creative Cottage of Rock and Roll. I'll think of it. But anyway, and then when I got out of didn't finish college, went in the Navy, I actually went in as a journalist. And if I was in any other branch of service, I would have been a journalist. But in the Navy, there's a separate school, like with the journalism side of it, that's called SITE, SIT, which stands for Shipboard Information, Television, and Entertainment, where you learn like how to do all the closed circuit TV and radio for on board ships, and do more with broadcast journalism. But during that time, long story short, I didn't know I was going to have enough money to go home from school to visit and then make it back. And then the weekend came, and I was like, okay, I got enough money. So I flew back to Louisiana from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I was supposed to go back that Sunday, to be there Sunday, so I'd be ready Monday morning. The plane didn't go, and so I missed muster Monday morning. Long story short, I got kicked out of journalism school, and went out to fleet undesignated, and whole other story. But I was always supposed to be a broadcast journalist or radio announcer, because I've always said I got a face for radio. Just didn't happen that way. Terry said, "Yeah, Romania, Robert, you are invited. All right, I'm gonna come pet your goat. Does your goat have a name, like Billy? What's your goat's name?" Maine is in New England. Yeah, the New England sections would, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine. I don't know all of the states that are considered part of New England. Skinny Gorilla. I know Skinny Gorilla is Mike. What's up, Mike? Mike said, "What up, Ray?" I said, "What up, Mike?" And just chopping it up with a bunch of new friends here. Terry said, "Next to New Hampshire." Yeah, I've been to New Hampshire. Like I said, I've been to Vermont. I've been to New Hampshire. I've been on the verge of being in Maine, just never made it into Maine. SK says, "Hi, I'm back." SK, Stamina King. If you told me before, I apologize, but if you don't mind, if you don't have to, but like drop your name down there, because sometimes it gets weird for me, like calling people by their screen name. Like I know I've just said this, but anybody that new showed up, say it again. Like, I'm here to learn about you guys, so I might as well learn your name. Let's see. Terry says 1600. 1600. Oh, 1600. Is that when the town was founded? I believe you said Kittery, Maine, in 1600. Gino's Adventure, and anybody here that has a channel, like, feel free to shout it out. Gino's Adventure. He's a younger than me Filipino guy that has a channel, and I go check out his live streams. Like, he's got way more hair than I do, better looking than I am. He's younger, and and Gino's. I know you. I know you've. I think you've told me your name before, but if not, put it down there so I'll remember. It might take me a couple times, but I'll get all of you guys down. Robert says, "Ha ha." The goat's name's Ha ha. Ha ha the goat. That's a good name for a goat. I'm gonna come pet Ha ha the goat. I let my friends know your channel. You got more viewers. Awesome, SK. And did you tell me your name? Let's see. Let me go down. I don't see it yet. I mean, I'm gonna call you SK until then. But Robert said, "Yes, you are a nice guy, even for an American." Haha. Send a Facebook request. As soon as in fact, wait a minute. I could probably do it on this phone. Hold on. Let's see. Facebook. Let me open up Facebook. Where's Facebook? There we go. Let me open up Facebook. We got. Wait. Switch this. We got. Y'all just bear with me. Like, I got a face. Robert Ford. There you are. If you didn't know it, Robert, we're friends. If you didn't already know it, we're friends. So, Naomi, did you realize the way you shut the door was like really hot? Naomi, my my little Indian flirt. No, I did not know that, Naomi. I like if it wasn't already shut, I would go shut it again just for you. But it's already shut now, Naomi. Gino's exactly his voice is good for radio host, clear and husky. I'm husky. Gino's 96.3 W Rock from Station Joker. Haha. Yeah. 96. Wait, there was a 7 in it. It's Mighty Early and Vince Squirrely at 96. I think was it 96.7? Wait. 96.7 KNWD, the Creative Cottage of Rock and Roll. It was the radio station was KNWD, and that stood for Northwestern Demons, because the college I went to was Northwestern, and our football team, our sports team, was the Demons, and we used to go fork 'em Demons, fork 'em, and when a bunch of kids in the stadium, like college kids in the stadiums yelling, "Fork 'em Demons, fork 'em," you can imagine what it sounds like. But just a little trip down memory lane from my college days as a Northwestern Demon. Actually, the North, if it'll be the older guys that are in here. If you remember the movie Steel Magnolias, that movie was filmed in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and the scene where they have like the football team, like in the locker room, that's the Northwestern Demons. That's like Natchitoches is where Northwestern State University of Louisiana is. So, SK, you are the real journalist for guys seeking for the real lifetime pleasure in Philippines. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And I just say it again. I just want people to be happy. Like I'm happy. I'm happy being in the Philippines. And if any of y'all watched was one of my early videos about it's like this video changed my life or something like that, and talking about how I was in like a really low place, depressed, and from my son passing away, my second, like both of my sons passed away, and it was after my second son passed away. I was really depressed, and I was just mindlessly scrolling through YouTube, and came across content about the Philippines, and then I just started watching YouTube content creators in the Philippines talking about it, and like it pulled me out of a dark place and gave me hope, and here I am. I mean, these YouTube creators channels inspired me to change my life, to make me a happier person. And I've always said, like, I don't do this for money. Like, if I could just, affect like one person that much, just to bring that much more happiness in their life, it's worth it. It's worth, recording videos and editing videos, and, spending way too much money on subscriptions, because I'm kind of halfway addicted to AI. Like I spent today like using AI to create entirely made up scenes, like pictures of people doing things, and those people aren't real at all, but they look like real people. But I made them up. I told AI like how I wanted them dressed, what they were going to be doing, and boom. It's amazing to me. AI is amazing. But anyway, I'm not going to get off on the tangent. But yeah, I'd spend a, I spend a bunch of, I spend more money on like subscriptions for doing YouTube video editing than, most people use for like all of the streaming services. They could have Netflix and Disney and like you put all the streaming services together. Yeah, that doesn't compare to what I spend for, you know, uh, apps to create, original music and apps to, and then my video editing apps. I'm rambling. But let's see. Wait, where are we at? Wait. Okay, Rock Station. I'm way behind. Robert said, "LOL, I'm profiling. Profiling. What are you talking about? Profiling? What are you profiling me as?" Esky said, "You are the real journalist." Okay, yeah, okay. I must have skipped that. Goat's name is Cuddles. Cuddles the goat. All right. I'm still gonna call it Haha. Haha the goat. Because it makes me chuckle. Let's see. Gino, haha, younger than you, that's for sure. Sir Ray, haha. Yeah, and Gino's I don't wait, what? I still don't think you told me your name. Or maybe you did, but I forgot. Gino's. SK, you still handsome the way you are. Well, thank you. You're talking about being bald? Yeah, I probably I'm gonna turn this hat around. So no, I'm not gonna turn the hat around. I'm gonna keep it this way. I like the fleur de lis showing. I like to represent. Um, Gino, is your Facebook name, sir, is Robert? No, my uh, it's Ray. My name's Ray, Ray Moore. And if you're seeing someone on Facebook named Robert, that's not the right one. And like I said, just same as my channel, uh, Ray in the Philippines. Search that on all together, and search that on Facebook. You'll find me. SK age is just numbers. SK, you did tell me you did tell me your name, didn't you? Didn't you tell me your name? Did you tell me your name? Stanley King. I don't know if you told me your name or not. Remind me again, SK. I know you told me. Oh, okay. Here he goes. I'm back. SK is where I'm looking. SK. I don't see it. Remind me again, SK. I know you. Did you tell me? Naomi. Yeah, but his voice is hot. Like I'd go on long drives just to have an excuse to listen to his voice on the radio. That's very sweet, Naomi. Maybe I could. If the whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, maybe I could get a job like narrating like books on tape. Just read you a story while you fall asleep, kind of thing. Uh, let's see. Uh, Martin says my mom used to watch that show. Okay, what show did I reference? I I remember I refer. Oh, Steel Magnolias. Yeah, it was Steel Magnolias. It had like Dolly Parton and Julia Roberts and I can't think of that other actress's name. She was Sally Fields. I think Sally Fields played like the mom of Julia Roberts, and it's a sad story, but it's. I mean, yeah, it's a chick flick. Don't judge me. I've got emotions. Let's see. Robert said, I am told I talk a lot. You would lap me. These days, just how to grunt is a bonus for many. You talking about people that just don't communicate? Like, I've never understood those people. I mean, like, I like talking to people. Like, and it's funny. You hear about over here, expats will talk about other expats where it's like, you see another expat and they're just like walking with their eyes forward, you know, like ignoring you. And, maybe when they see me come in, I could understand that because it's like, oh no, here comes Ray. If I let him see that I notice him, then he's gonna talk my ear off. But I don't see very many expats around here. And Tagaytay, uh, it's more wait. Gino says more fun in the Philippines. People here are resilient. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Uh, People in the Philippines are definitely resilient. I mean, and you know, it's just such an admirable quality that it's like, you know, in the U.S. there's so many people that have so many more reasons to smile and be happy, and they're not. They're walking around miserable and with a hangdog look on their face. Like, then you come to the Philippines and there's people that have far less, but they're happy and they're enjoying their life. They're, having fun with their family and their friends, and they're valuing what is really important in life, and that's why they're happy. People in the US, like, they're so busy chasing things that are valuable that they, lose track of what's actually valuable. Anyway, there's another ramble there. um Martin says all those AI commercials give me the creeps. What AI commercial are you talking about? Are you talking about what, like the fake, uh, the obviously fake people or something? Because uh, like the pictures that I made, I can't. It's on the phone I'm filming with, or I'd show you. But they're. Oh wait, maybe I can find. Um, Hold on, I might be able to find it. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Uh, let me see if I can. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see if it'll let me. All right, give me a second. I sent. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me blow it up. Okay. Oh, this phone is kind of messed up, but let me stop it from following so I can put it up there. But yeah, see all these people? They look like nice people. They're all fake. They don't exist. I made them up. But I had a certain image in mind for for YouTube video that I'm creating, and I needed, the well, I didn't need the image that I had in my head, but that's the image I wanted. And like I could scroll through, you know, thousands of stock footage photos to try and find something that would work, or I can just create exactly what it is that I wanted. Anyway, I love AI. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the robots taking over the world. Uh, that's like uh, that's like, have you ever heard that joke about the wind chimes? You know how people will have the wind chimes like hanging from the porch. They're, like tubes of metal, and they bang up against each other and make a tingly noise, whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, it's just jokes of like those are robot bones to discourage our future overlords from taking over. Like we hang their bones from the porch just to make noise. Well, let's see, where are we at? Rhoda's Life Adventure, and like I said, you guys that have channels, make sure you mention it so people can subscribe to your channel too. And anybody that's here that didn't hear me say it earlier, subscribe to my channel, even if you're going to watch my videos or not. Subscribe anyway. Uh, and you're not just entertaining us, you are inspiring us. I appreciate that, Rhoda. And I try and mix it up. I mean, there's times that I'm serious in these live streams. If someone, like, if it's a point that like deserves that gravity, that getting close to the camera and showing you that I'm serious, then that's what it calls for. But anytime that in life that it doesn't call for seriousness, I'm not going to be serious. That's just how I'm built. So all right, let's see. Where we go? Where we go? Where we go? I lost where I was. AI commercials are giving you the creeps. I'm inspiring Rhoda, which makes me happy. Robert said, there's one main thing in life. Find that happy place. Absolutely. Like you can only control one person in the entire world, and that's yourself. That's the only person that you have control over. So if you're not doing, if you're waiting for someone else to make you happy, then that may or may not ever happen. Like you have to take steps to make sure you are happy. And that's, I'm not saying be selfish and like ignore everybody, because I mean, and it's actually a good thing, because like if I'm not happy, if I'm not a happy person, then how am I going to spread positivity and happiness to people that I meet? Like how am I going to smile at someone and maybe brighten their day and make them, like, you see a smile, you smile back. It's contagious. And like if I'm not happy, then I can't influence someone else to add happiness to their life anyway. So first and foremost, always do what makes you happy. As long as it's not at the expense of another person, always be happy. SK, and I still don't think you told me your name. Give me, I'm gonna keep calling you SK. The first time I visited Philippines, it's all about girls, all kinds of girls in Philippines. Yeah, I mean, it's that's, and I'm actually working on my dating video. Y'all stay tuned for that. It's kind of a requirement. Like if you're a foreign vlogger in the Philippines, you pretty much have to do a budget video and a dating video. And I did my budget video, so I'm gonna get my yearly dating video out of the way. And I think I hope you guys watch it, because I think like I'll actually give some perspectives. I mean, I can give some different perspectives on a lot of things, but I think I'll give some like different perspectives than you've seen from the majority of other YouTube vloggers. And back to the original point before I went off on a tangent is, yeah, like there's a lot of emphasis on the whole dating and you know uh, and people, men coming over here uh, because of the woman. Um, and I think that's not necessarily a good thing. Not that, like, Filipino women are awesome. Like, don't get it twisted. But like, I believe that people should come for the Philippines first. Like, and if I had it to do over again, um, like I would definitely come to the Philippines before I even tried to meet anyone, and just experience the Philippines, and like absorb the culture and different things on my own. Because when you're with someone, they want to, of course, they want to keep you out of trouble, and I respect that. But at the same time, like, I'm a grown man, and my whole life, I've learned from making mistakes. And if I'm not allowed to go out there and stub my toe and, you know, overpay for something, or, you know, uh, whatever it is, where I make a mistake and I learn from it, then I'm not going to learn, and I don't want to, I don't want to have to be led around the Philippines the whole time. So I'm going to be going off on my own in about a month, and like visiting different places in the Philippines. And I just keep rambling. I gotta see where we're at. Where are we at? Ba-ba-bum. SK said, but now I got aged. Something. You aged in something. I como. I don't know what language that. Como is. I think como is what in Italian. Like como se dice. How do you say? Yeah. Como is how? No. Como. No, como is what? No, how? No, it's how. Because como está is how are you? Como está? Anyway, GI says, all right, I will search that now. All right, for my Facebook. Yeah, I'll add you, Gio. Just GI, just hit me up. SK coming back there for peace of soul. Absolutely. Like, the stress just goes away, and like it makes you help. Like, stress is very unhealthy. Like, if you want to feel better from a health perspective, whatever that's in your life that's giving you stress, stop doing that. Like, if your job gives you stress, I don't care how much they pay you, it's not worth it. Stop working that job. Find you another job. Job may not pay as much. That's okay. Like, uh, get a smaller place. Get a smaller place and have less stress. You'll be happier. Anything in your life that is causing you stress, you need to do everything that you can to change that about your life. Let's see. Robert says, same here, Ray. No one gets past. No one gets past. That's right. No one gets past. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I agree with you 100%, Robert, because we've got that connection. I know whatever you're saying is profound and meaningful, and I'm here for it. SK, it's meaningless just pretending, being nice to the others. Yeah, I mean, like, you shouldn't. I, that's why I think it's important to be happy, because, like, if you're genuinely happy, then you, like, it's just natural. Like, just being happy is natural. And if you're having to act a certain way for the benefit of other people, that never works out. I had a saying that you should always be exactly who you are, and you will attract the people in your life that are supposed to be in your life. If you're busy trying to act like somebody else to fit into a certain crowd, that's not the crowd you're supposed to be with. Because if you have to act like something else, then they may be great people and that's cool, but they're not your people. And, you know, you just need to always be yourself. And like the people that get you, those are the people you want in your life. Like they get you, you get them. And anyway, let's see. Rhoda's life said Tagaytay is a nice place. All right, I'm back. my phone shut off. I don't know if anybody's still with me. We had a technical difficulty. My phone shut off on me, and so I've got it plugged in. If it shuts off again, I don't know if it's going to charge as fast as I'm using it. But let me get back to the comments. If anybody's still here, let's see where we go. Where was I at? SK said, just try walk away from my coworkers, flying anywhere for travel. Yeah, you got to get away and de-stress. Gary Walker, how about that waterfall Michael hiked to? Beautiful Philippines. Absolutely. Like Michael, it's something simple is his channel, and he was doing a live stream from this waterfall earlier today, and it was amazing. Like it was beautiful. Like I can't wait to go when I make my trip. I'm gonna visit, and I'll definitely want to check out that area. Let's see. Let me catch up with y'all. Just Naomi, oh, I love the way you ramble. All cute about topics. Take that hat off for a second. It's hot. Naomi. There's my bald head, Naomi. Silly girl. Mercedes, hi, good evening. Just enjoy life while we can. Absolutely. Like that's what life is about is having happiness. Like there's the saying, save for a rainy day. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having a little responsibility in your life. But at the same time, I do not want to live my life by constantly preparing for something bad to happen. Like, I don't want that to be my mindset that, I have to, get ready for the next bad thing that's going to happen. That is a terrible way to live your life. And if you're living your life like that, stop it. Stop it. Like, I like the other saying, make hay while the sun's shining. Like, just take the good times. When the good times come, live in those good times to your fullest. When the bad times come, they'll come. There's good and bad in everybody's life, but you'll figure it out. When the bad times come, you're always going to be able to figure it out and get back to the good times. Let's see, where are we at? Hey, Gina. Gina, you feeling better? Hey, Sir Ray. Mayon. That's like Visaya. Gabby Diha. That's, well, good evening to you. But I say magandang umaga. Or I mean, magandang gabi. Diha, is that to you? Anyway. SK said, I came to realize there are more worth doings than just bar finding ladies there. I'll never be more happier than now. with your channel. Awesome. Stick around, SK. You are the pioneer. Well, I don't know. I just want everybody to be happy. Like I'm gonna be happy, and you know if people can come hang out with me for however long they need to get some happiness up in their lives, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Gina says hi to everybody. Everybody say hi to Gina. SK. How's the ladies in the Philippines? SK. I knew SK was a player. I knew SK was a player. Isa, somebody flirting here. I am not flirting, Isa. I am not. I'm just spreading happiness and positivity. That's it. That's it. Sister Gina, Robert says no one gets past my stop them chat. Yeah, I mean I'm the same way. If there's like any opportunity to, you know, interact with people, I'm gonna take it. Like I just like meeting people. Like I don't have anything normally. I don't have anything more important in my life than whoever I'm around at that moment. Like when I'm around somebody, then they are the most important person in the world. And that's the way I think it should be. Like I've never understood. I used to get on to my nieces. Like we would be, you know, out to dinner at a restaurant. You know, it'd be like, you know, me and my sister and her husband and like one of my nieces, and my niece would be over there like texting on her phone or something like that. And I'm like, who are you talking to? Like, who are you talking to that is not physically here, that loves you, and, you know, we have a relationship, and you could be talking to me who's physically with you right now, and you're texting someone else. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It never has. I'm like, I have no problem with texting, but you don't text people, like, have conversations with people when you're around actual living, breathing people that you can have a conversation with. That's just my opinion. Yeah, let me catch up with this chat. Gina says Pagli something speak live. Sister, is that sister? So Gina, you're saying something about Isa going live? Maybe is that what that is? Pag Live is like live talking, live stream. I'm learning. I'm learning Tagalog, Gina. Better watch out. SK. So I try to find my own happiness from other activities. I mean, that's awesome. Like, even if you don't know what you like, just keep doing stuff until something, something hits. It's like I really like doing that. That's why, like, I've never really had, you know, like a lifelong hobby, because a lot of times I'm the type of person, like, you know, I will be really into something for however long that lasts, and like I'll just be 100% like totally invested, and I really enjoy it right up until I don't. And the moment that I don't enjoy it anymore, then I find something else to do, and find something else that makes me happy. Rhoda said, I'm wondering what happened to you. Okay, so I must be caught back up where my phone died. Rhoda is still present. Glad you're still here. Naomi, of course I'm still here. Charge your phone. I am. I've got it plugged in now. Uh, so but it's still showing red. Robert, so happy. Was you worried? Was you worried? Worried goat had eaten internet cable again. Well, I mean, I don't have any goats here in the condo, but I knew whenever all of a sudden my phone went dark, something was going on because I have it takes a lot of power doing the live stream. Not only is it like the phone, but also like I'm seeing now I'm holding it because it the phone has Bluetooth to the gimbal, and Bluetooth takes power, and then my mic, and I don't even know, is my mic even working with. I imagine it is. Where it go? Hondo said hi to Gina. Naomi, this is the cutest little angle for the live, especially when you take off the glasses. All right, Naomi. Yeah, I have to do it live like this because I have to hold the phone because I don't have, I let me turn the phone. So, like you can see, I got the cord that's running plugged into the phone, and I've got to stay within reach of how long this cord is so that I can stay plugged in. And I don't know if y'all been hitting the like button. I forgot to keep telling y'all to do it. I need to make some. Wait, I need to make some. Where's? Hold on. Let me go up here. Well, just we'll just add some people as moderators. I know Gina. Oh, I can put Isa as a moderator. And who else? I put Gary as a moderator. All right, I think that'd be all right. Okay, well, I've caught up with chat and nobody's saying anything, and like I'm running out of stuff to say on my own. It's probably time to wind down. But the people that are still here, you guys were awesome, and let's do this again sometime. What do you say? And until that time happens, who dat? Love you all.